Hey guys, this is Cindy, and I just thought I'd turn the camera on. I have this book that I'm got some pages in it that I like, some photos, and I'm gonna harvest them for my junk journal. So I thought I'd just turn the camera on and show you what I'm doing. I started one before I started filming, and I think you can barely see that faint image of that lady and the little boy or girl with her. I like it that it's kind of recessed into the background behind the print. So I just made a template of a clear plastic tag so that I could, get the image centered or know that I'm not chopping up something. And what I did was I just trace around it with pencil, which reminds me, I forgot the pencil. And then cut it out. And then on this one, it's real flimsy book page. So I'm going to back it onto some scrapbook paper and just put a little border around it and make a tag. So I've already started that one. I'm working on this picture here. I like the gentleman, I like the lady. So I think I can get them both. She's going to have to be a little offset or off-centered, but that's fine because this gives me space here to add some embellishments to the tag. So I'm just going to do her real quick. Well, I'll do them both. I just don't want to take up a bunch of time doing the same thing. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this one done real quick. I'm going to move it over so I leave room for him. And let me get this out from under. That's the book. And just going to trace around it. And then let's see if I can get him. I can get him. He might have to be a little skinnier, but that's okay. And then if my corners don't match up after I get it cut out, I can go back and adjust that. So anyway, cut those real quick. I can inking the edges should cover up any pencil marks that don't get cut off. See if I can match that up. Okay, so there he is, and he's a little rough on this side, but I kind of like that, so I'm not going to mess with it right now. When I go to actually do the tag, if I decide to clean up that edge, I can. And I could use different tag shapes. I don't want to have a lot of repetition of the same shape, but I need something large. And if you have the smaller corners, then you don't lose much of the picture. So anyway, there's those two. So those I think are great. So this is from a book. Here it is. It's called The Victorian Lady. I found this at Salvation Army, and it was perfect because I'm working on a vintage lady junk journal for Art Zoology's design team project. So that's a whole nother book right here. But I thought I could make a companion book maybe, or she has two or three other vintage lady kits that I don't have. So I'm thinking maybe I can add to it and do it on this journal. So I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm looking for anything I can include in the first one. And then anything left over, I'll put in the actual book, if that makes any sense. So anyway, let's get the pages back. I will say one thing. There was a quote in this book, Vintage Lady's book, that was by the author of this book. So I cut it out and put it on this tag with that little applique, and that's ready for the journal. All right, something like this, that's just a picture of her. That one's easy. So there's another quote, so I might skirt around it. I'll look at it later, see if it's something I want to include. But the borders on these pages are really pretty. Can also be included in collage work, so I won't throw any of it away until I'm absolutely sure I've got everything I want from a page. I have a basket behind me that has all my bits and pieces. I have to keep getting bigger tubs and baskets. All right, so that can be a little journaling card, or it can be, an embellishment on a envelope or something. I have that envelope there to kind of cut down on the glare. My sewing machine light is on, and I kept it on because that kind of helps with the light, because we are in the middle of another thunderstorm here. So Okay, now this is a great picture, but of course it's on 2 pages. So I'm just going to go ahead and, I was going to tear the page out, but sometimes when you get all this buildup, that really makes your pages not tear out so well. So let me try to get some of that off. See if I can get this page on there a little bit smoother. It's still wanting to be pretty tough. It's a good thing you can't see me. I'm gritting my teeth. Okay, there we go. So let's look at this one. Where's my template? Can you see? Okay, that I can get a tag out as well, but I like the whole picture, so I might just cut it out as a whole. It could be a side tuck or something, so I'm just going to wait on it until I actually go to use it. I can cut it down later. But if I don't work up these pictures now, I'll put these pages somewhere to the side, then I'll forget I have them, and I'll make the journal, and then next thing you know, I'll have the journal done, and I'll find the pages. So anyway, that's going to be pretty, and I'll clean up that edge too later when I decide what I'm going to do. And see, this page is a pretty good example. You see see if you can see the print on it. It's a real pretty design, and there's enough here that I can cut butterflies or flowers out or something. And I like that image too, so I like it that it's kind of faded out. So I'm just gonna lose my, there's another quote. Maybe I'll just keep this page just like this. There's a quote I might use that picture, and I like that too. So I'm gonna set that aside. And then on something like this, I could use it in the center of a signature. It could be a large pocket on a page. So I'm just going to tear it out and keep it just the way it is. Same way with this one. Oh, this book has got gorgeous pictures. So, and here's another one that's kind of faded edges. And then there's a picture on the back. So I would have to decide which one I'd rather have, this one or that one. I think definitely the bigger one. So I like it that it could be a quote and that as well. So once again, I'm just keeping it. Okay, here's another faded lady. Can you see our faded? I'm not sure if I'm on frame or not. I hope I am. So let's work on this one. And she's taller than my template, so when I go to trace around her, I'm going to extend. Actually, you know what? I don't need it. See how this has got a nice rectangular shape? I'm just going to use that. If it's too large for a journal, then I'll cut it down later. But this book is fairly large, and since these are the pages that came from the actual book, I know they'll fit. Especially with just, you know, some parts cut off. I can cut some off here on the bottom for sure. But she'll be ready to see what we want to do with her. And pretty pink writing, that could be something. So, and here's some, the trim. Just set it all aside. Put that over here. Kind of got a little pile of stuff over here I set aside to film this video real quick. It's my decoration pieces. Another large one I'm keeping. And oh, this one too as well. Look at that beach scene. Oh. And yep. Okay, this one's kind of cool. It might fit in a round punch. Okay. So I have to decide, do I like that one better? Oh, wait, it's got Louisa May Alcott quote on the back. Let's see if I can get that in my... Yeah, I think that'll make a great tag. So let's just kind of center it and then trace around it. Okay, Louisa May Alcott is the author of Little Women. Yeah, I was in the Salvation Army, just looking, you know, the way we do. And I walked by this one shelf, and this book was on that shelf. And I thought that's perfect. Perfect book. It was $1, and it gives me another cover. I can make 2. So, yep, she's ready to go. Put her in the stack. Keeping this border. I better move out my border pieces. I thought I could keep them over here beside me. Put them down here. Anyway, I mean, we don't have to go on and on and on, but it's just fun. Hey, this is Cindy. I'm back again working on harvesting images from that book I showed you earlier in this video. If you don't like chaos, you may not want to watch this video because I've got it surrounding me. This is the project that I was so excited about starting. I didn't clean up very well for my last one. Plus, I've had lots of garage sale stuff coming in, so I'm just kind of overwhelmed, so I just thought I'd do something a little simple. And I was cutting images out using this tag, this clear tag template, and I just traced around it. And then on this page there was a smaller image, so I just found another tag in my stash that had a rounded top. So I thought, well, that'd be a little different, and I'm going to trace around this. So that's just what I'm working on. And some of these I will use in the current project I'm working on, and some I'm kind of stockpiling for another project. So I got this clear plastic template, and I just use it to trace around that image, and then I just cut it out. I thought about just doing this for this particular one, keeping it just rectangular, and then just using my corner rounder to round the top. But I went ahead and cut the template using the rounded, went ahead and rounded the top of it, so we'll try that. And then, of course, like I said earlier in the video, anything that doesn't get, I'm using pencil so it can be erased or just inked over. And then there's the image that I cut out. And since it's, you know, on book page, it's not real fluent. I wanted for a tag. I can just back it onto some other cardstock that's got a white back, and that'll give it a little bit more flexibility. I mean, not flexibility, the opposite of flexibility, stability. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. I'm going to keep getting these photos from this book. And see, on this one, there's another lady. That's it's a smaller one, so we'll just do the same thing with her. And I made this template extra long, so I may not want these tags to be this long, but I can cut them off later when I'm putting them on the backing. And I did not check to see what's on the back of this. Okay, another smaller lady. I think I can get them both. I put it up to the window, and yes, I can see that image through there. So cutting this one out won't affect the other one. So I've been working on my design team project for Artzology. I have different videos already posted on my YouTube channel about that. The very first one, which I think is called The Beginnings, shows the spine, or maybe the second one. Well, I decided I had to redo my spine, so I'm going to do a video later about that. My problem was my signatures were too big, too thick, and that was without any tags in there. So I thought, you know, I could have it be an alligator mouth the way it is, or I could just completely redo the spine. So I decided, you know, I did not line that up very well. I cut off her dress, I think. I'd rather have more of her dress. So let's see what this looks like if I erase that line. So anyway, I've got it drying. I cut out the spine I had, made a new one, put fabric on it. I'm going to sew the signatures in, and then I'm going to cover the whole thing with lace. So I'll show you in another video. I did not erase enough lines on this one. I'll go back and get those. So anyway, the rest of these lines. Since there's words here at the top, I might shorten the top of this or cover it with lace or something. But at least I have the image out of the book in a shape pretty much how I'll, you know, end up using it. So anyway, just keep going. Here's a little sideways one. Let's see what's on the back. Okay, yes. Much prefer using this. So what I will do is on my next journal is I'll just hinge these together and make this a page in the book. So, and I'm putting them over to the side here. Okay, got to the point where I need to get rid of some of this gummed up spine. I'm almost done with this book. I don't know if I can get the rest of that. Anyway, we'll keep trying. Now maybe see another full page spread. Maybe not so much use that one yet. And there's a good image on the back. I'll wait until I do the book, because if I need to double another one, then I'll have it. If not, I'm going to use this photo instead. Okay, this one's all by itself, and it's a rectangle. Already got a border on it, so I'm just going to cut that out. I've had a crazy day today. On the phone a lot, taking care of insurance problems. It just kind of leaves your brain dead after a while. When you call and they say the wait time is 42 minutes. So, oh boy. All right, here's another one. We'll just keep that hinged together for a pretty page. All right, this one, I probably wouldn't bother hinging that together. So I'll just save this one, and then we're at the end of the book, and there's just the flyleaf paper that can be used. It's a pretty parchment, so I'll just put it over here with my paper I put on the back of tags. And it's kind of a cute image. I'm not sure I'll use it. And here's one of a lady in this big poofy dress. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure about that one either. So it's going to be awful wide. So it could be a large side pocket. So maybe I'll just go ahead and cut it out and we'll have it ready. The bottom and the top obviously can be trimmed. But I'm just going to follow the contours of this rectangle for now. Anyway, I'm pretty much done with this video. I just, was working, so I just thought I'd turn the camera on and talk a little bit, and I will show you. My next video will probably be a flip through of my design team project. So anyway, I thank you for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.